Hey everyone, it's me again. This right now is the 11th furry interview, and right now I got Sunny Dingo. And before you all go, Majira already did it. Firstly, frankly, I don't care if Majira did it. And secondly, he asks very different questions. While yes, there's also a Scary Husky who does other interviews as well, but yeah, I just ask different questions. But anyway, I really hope you enjoy the video, and his channel link is down below. Yeah, surprisingly, he has a channel. I actually didn't know that until a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, one. Alright, so right now I have got Sunny Dingo here.
Hey, good day, Sunny Dingo here.
Yep. And I'm just going to ask some questions right now.
Right, go ahead.
How did you find the furry fandom?
How did I find furry fandom? Well, to be honest, comes from an interesting story. Started with a shy kid who loved cartoons and mascots, and he found out that through the fandom that you could make your own mascot, and that's kind of how he found it. I came around later. This was a long time ago, so the whole concept of being able to make your own mascot for a kid who just loved mascots, but he was so shy he barely could ask around, how could I be a mascot?
Oh, you finished?
So, I think so. That's
Oh. Yep. Okay.
I don't know if you wanted me to give the 20-minute version.
Oh no, just make sure it's short.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. What were your first thoughts on the fandom?
Well, I thought it was rather exciting, just the whole creative energy, people using the animal idiom for storytelling that has been used from ancient times, from Egyptian gods and Aesop's fables, and the whole storytelling concept. Now, the furry fandom is based not around a single entity like Disney fandom or say My Little Pony or whatnot. It encompasses a whole genre, kind of like science fiction does. And I thought that science fiction, when I was growing up, I thought science fiction was neat, but it's furry, people into cartoon animals. This is great, and you can make your own characters, make your own mascots, and it's just incredible with this. When I first found fandom, that's what I really first glommed onto. But as time went on, I found that it became I discovered that it was a place that we could explore and experiment and discover who we are and what we're all about in a place that we can feel we belong. And that sense of community is what makes this fandom so wonderful.
All right.
It's not just about the animals, it's about the community and helping each other.
Okay. How did your family or friends react to you being a furry if they found out? Or if they did?
To be honest, my family was always they've always known that I like cartoons and mascots and things, and it just they just felt, oh, that's your little thing, that's fine, whatever. They kind of wrote it off at first, and later on, as I started going to conventions and things, and I'd be gone like every other month going to a convention. They were like, oh, where are you going this time? Going to Pittsburgh, going to San Jose, going to Chicago, and what are you doing there? Well, I'm going to convention, and I'm going to be involved in some panels and meet friends and talk about this fandom and share with people I've met online. And my mom's been really very receptive to this. She isn't quite sure, but that she's supportive of me.
All right. What is your sexuality?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, these days I have to wonder if I'm actually asexual because there are things about asexuality that seem to sort of fit with me that I can I don't find myself sexually attracted to people. It's more that I just love people and I love certain people, and it's just an extension of romantic love, I think. Now that as far as hetero homo, that I am, I'd say I'm pretty bi in the middle, and I must admit I do find I do find a lot of these handsome blokes rather handsome, cute critters and all.
Okay. Why did you want to become a furry?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because when I discovered it, seemed inevitable that I would become one, be part of this community. That I just wanted to know more and more and more about people who were making these cartoon cartoons and drawings, animations, and mascot characters, fursuits. That I said, these people get it. I love this. I'm one of these people.
Okay.
And it was just a fit. It just worked.
Right. What is your persona?
Well, as I told in a story once, I've actually got sort of 3 personas, but this is the only one you see. I am Sunny Dingo, and I'm a dingo. Now, curiously enough, I did not invent this character. The suit was actually from an auction that Made for You is the builder. They built a character based on Sunny Delight, Sunny D, the beverage, the citrus beverage in America,
Oh,
and just use all these yellows and orange furs that they had on hand, and just create this character. And due to an interesting turn of events, that I ended up where I am, and spent a few years just trying to figure myself out, because if you start with someone else's idea, that you just have the suit, you can go anywhere with it. It's a blank slate. You define what this character is all about, and the name came from a sugary beverage that I don't really like, but I took inspiration, Sunny, from just the sun up in the sky and having that sunny outlook.
okay.
And that's what drove me as a character, as a person, and what I do.
Yeah. All right. Give me a second.
Sure.
All right. What furry hate have you experienced?
Well, online, I occasionally get comments, the usual "kill yourself," or that, and it just randos that show up, and on, not so much on Twitter anymore, but more on Instagram and YouTube. But I just more or less just ignore them, or just delete the messages and move on, because they're just looking for attention. And if you give it to them, you're playing into them. That's what they're there. They're there for trying to get attention. So just move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Luckily, I haven't run into any hate in person.
That's because they most likely are terrified too. Trust me. Okay. Is anyone else in your family a furry?
No, I'm the only one, as far as I know. Then again, most of my family's all grown and they're off doing their whole thing. They've got their families and all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just me.
All right. Who made your fursuit? I think I should just get that one, but you.
Yeah, that was made for you. Made for you. They built me on an auction, and as I said, through a turn of events, I ended up where I am now.
Yep. Okay. How long have you been in the fandom?
Well, I've been a dingo for for now 4 years now, but it feels like I've been in fandom forever.
All right.
I'll just say over 20 years.
Okay. What other fandoms are you in?
Well, I've dabbled a bit here and there. But as far as I'm a fan of a number of things, but I'm not involved in any fandoms. I think the closest that I would count would maybe the My Little Pony fandom I was dabbling in. There's a convention that seems to occur every on a weekend that I'm always busy, so I haven't been able to go there.
Okay.
But that Brony convention does have a big furry contingency. It's local to me.
Yeah, well, of course, bronies and furries are nearly the same.
It's sort of crossover.
Yeah. Which furries do you look up to?
Well, I've got to say, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that I really respect and admire, just their commitment to this fandom and making sure everyone has a good time. People behind conventions like Further Confusion, Anthrocon, Midwest Fur Fest. A couple of names come to mind. One particular is KP. He is the director, or he was the director of programming at Anthrocon, and he co-founded Megaplex in Orlando, and I've known him for many years, and just amazing how much energy and enthusiasm and love he just pours out of this man to just make sure everyone has a good time. Just a load of people behind the scenes who make it all work, and you know, it's sometimes it's a thankless job that the best, you're doing a good job when people aren't screaming, people aren't complaining, because rare that people will send praise, but they'll be quick to complain. That's how it works.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all the questions done. Thank you for your time, Vlad.
All right.
That's all.